And let's now talk about entering in documents. So we just hit add documents. As you can see, a lot of this is fairly straightforward. It's not too complicated. And so let's say we have, let's say this is the, I'm going to call this, the final report. This is your final report for the grant. And so you come down here and you would select the type. I went over this before, but there's aerial photos. There's basically sort of different categories. So like an aerial photo, if you want to add that, an as-built, the original design drawings, which are if you're not familiar, as-builts are actually specific. Usually often termed like they're actually like survey drawings of what was actually built for that system. Those are the most important sort of documents that you could put on here if you actually do an as-built, because that's what was actually built. And so this becomes really important for future maintenance information. Design drawings are very valuable too if you have them, but a lot of times people particularly a long time ago, people would make a design and then they would actually go to build it and then find out that they actually had to make changes, which is actually very common even today. If you're building a system, you run into problems, and then but you change the location of a pipe, or you change this or that, and then but then there's no record of that. So the as-builts are pretty valuable. If you can do those, I would highly recommend that. Place for just if you want to provide like some sort of summary document, general for just sort of miscellaneous, anything else, maps, particularly like we've made like sort of location maps in the past, O&M forms. So I guess I didn't show this because we ran out of time, but like a lot of our projects, we make an inspection form that like a volunteer or whatever could go out and take out in the field with them. It kind of guides them through doing an inspection of the treatment system. They can take notes. The way that we used to do it is under forms. Then there would be this online version of that form that you could then come back and then enter that information on from your inspection. That was one of those really complicated things that became really difficult to utilize. O&M plan instructions, reports, any type of reports, those are often valuable. Site schematics, usually like for us, what we'll do is we'll make sort of a sort of, instead of having like maybe an as-built, we'll have a very basic site schematic of where all the water sample point locations are. Sometimes, a lot of times, a number of these are actually, you'll see them if you go through Datashed, you'll actually see like hand-drawn things that people just did in the field. And so if that's all that's available, a lot of those have come from the water quality passive treatment snapshots that we organize every couple of years. And so that would be that sort of thing. So yeah, so this case, let's say a report. This is a report. And again, you can kind of go through the menu, or you can just drag and drop into it. It does have to be a PDF document. And let's say let's add another document. We'll call this O&M plan. That's the O&M instructions. I actually have, I guess, multiple O&M plans, so it actually, Datashed automatically renamed it and called it fake O&M plan 3. So I actually need to go there and clean those out. But even though it saved the document as that, it actually still left the title that I wanted. However, if you click on it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It'd be something more, I guess, in the background. But yeah, then you could kind of come in here and view your documents. If you wanted, if you needed to delete it, or you could come here and edit, maybe at some point you decided to change the system, or there was an edit to it, you could come in there and remove it, and then replace it. That's something you could do.